The Psychotic Time Wasters present Whose League Is It Anyways? This season starring Who Put His Commander Down, Flip It, and Reverse Your Spell. Well, that's for sure. If you'll find the name for two, it's PTW Vo. He has altered the deal. Pray he does not alter it further. It's PTW Wiz. His deck is King Crag approved. You know, because of the mythology. It's fine. Becoming ashes so that he may rise from them, it's PTW King. Are you not entertained? You know, because if not, you'll be maimed. It's PTW Dusk. Playing one of the main characters from the new Magic the Gathering game, Baldur's Gate 3, it's Astus. Gut needs goblins. Angry red goblins. Gut needs goblins. Angry red goblins. It's PTW G-Man. Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to Whose League Is It Anyways? The best Commander League game show on the Internet where everything is made up and the points are the only thing that matters. And in today's match, we have PTW Dusk, Asus Attorney, PTW Wiz, and PTW King. How are we all doing?
All right.
Not too bad.
Good to hear. Well, if you're new around here, Whose League Is It Anyways? We build decks every season to different restrictions, and this season is the best of the rest, the commanders that got passed over in the previous seasons. We'll just kick it over to Point Master Vo. How are we looking going into match 5 of season 9?
Well, we got Aces out in front with 26, followed up by Wiz with 25. Then we got Daph with 24, Vo with 23, Final with 21, G-Man with 19. Coming up the rear, we got Kink with 18.
Whoop-a-doo! Well, before the game, Daph won the roll, so she will be on the play. It looks like everybody has their 7. We are good to go as long as there's no pregame.
Not for me.
Excellent.
Nope.
GG's.
Draw. I'll play the swamp and I'll tap it for a battlefly swarm and pass turn.
Draw. I will play a forest and pass turn.
Untap and draw. We're going to do a Memorial to Folly coming in tapped, pass turn.
Oh, we got 2 Rakdos decks.
I'm gonna draw, play a forest, and pass.
All right, untap, draw. I'll play this mountain as land for turn. I will pay 2 for Popular Entertainer, and I'll go to combat, swinging at Simon for 1.
You got it.
Pass turn.
Draw. A forest. Tap 2. Use that to play a skilled nurturer and pass turn.
Untap and draw. Mountain 2 for Dodge Detective. Enters the battlefield, I surveil 2. And then whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, he can come back from the graveyard to my hand. I'm going to go ahead and surveil and pass turn.
Draw, play a terramorphic expanse, and crack it for, I guess, a mountain, and pass.
All right, untap. Draw. I'll play this mountain as land for turn. Then I will pay 3 for Safana. I'll go to combat, going at Kink in the air for 1. And we'll goad that detective.
Taking 1.
And I'll pass.
Alright. Draw. Let's play a forest as land for turn. I'll tap 3. To play a cultivate, which I'll use to grab 2 planes. One will go on the battlefield tapped, and one will go into my hand, and I will pass turn.
He's ramping. Get him.
Untap and draw. We're going to play a mountain. Tap 3. Go ahead and get us a point. Rites of Flourishing.
That's a
Each
2
player
pointer.
draws an extra card, and each player plays an additional land on their turn if they would like.
I sense some
Detective-
synergy here.
Dodge Detective is goated, must attack. I do notice that Simon is not having a blocker, so 2 at Simon.
You can do.
Pass turn. Oh shit! I fucked up. Fine.
Untap, draw. Draw again. I will play a swamp, tap 2 for an arcane signet, and tap 2 for a surveyor scope. and pass.
Oh boy.
Best card in the game.
And they
That's
said
some
I was
points
ramping.
right there.
That's points.
Untap. Draw again. Play a Mortuary Mire tapped. And I will pay 3 for a Whisper Silk Cloak. Then I will go to combat swinging Safana at Aestus. And we'll do 1 in the air at Kink.
I guess I'll take 3.
And we'll goad your dude, and then we'll goad the detective again. I'll pass.
He's gonna find whoever did this.
Untap, draw, misplay of planes. Untap 2 planes, 2 forests, and a skilled nurturer. I use that to play a Sunscorched Regent.
That's a good card.
Also gain 2
It's a good
life.
card.
And that will pass turn.
That is a Wanty Malison. I'll untap.
Weird looking Managorger Hydra.
And I'll draw, and I'll draw. And then I'll play Mountain and Mountain.
I am scoping for 2.
Nice! Big brain. I think I'm going to tap 4 for Commander Cyrix. Dodge Detective will have to go to combat.
Yeah, I'll take 3.
Yeah, you sure will from Cyrix, and I'll swing Dodge Detective at Aestus.
I got a 5/4 dragon just in the event that you weren't aware.
No, I know.
Okay, I'll block it.
And Dodge Detective dies. That will be it for me past turn.
Untap and draw. And draw. I will tap for a green and play a Golgari Rot Farm. Put the forest back in my hand. Then I'll play a forest.
So also, when you drew your second card, Dodge Detective is going to go back to my hand.
I'll play a Galagreeters. Hey, Aestus.
What's up?
If I gave you a treasure, would you not hit me with your Regent next turn?
That sounds reasonable to me.
Okay. I'm going to tap 5 for my commander. Play Vazi. I will make a tapped treasure. I will tap Vazi to give Asus a treasure.
Hooray.
And I'll pass.
At the end of turn, we're going to do 3 damage to something. We're just going to do it to Asus' face because he's gaining life over there.
Untap, draw again. I'll play this swamp as land return. Tap 4 to cast Servox Tome. When enters the
Okay.
battlefield, I get the initiative. Give me those niche points. I'm getting a mountain to hand, and then I'll be playing it. I'm going to tap Servox Tome for 2 to equip Whisper Silk Cloak to Safana.
Very cool.
I'm going to go to combat. We're going to swing Battlefight Swarm at Kink again. In the air for 1. And then we'll swing Safana at Aestus Unblockable.
Alright, how much damage is that?
3. And we'll goad your big boy. We're going to goad Cyrix as well. And then I'm going to go to my end step, and I'll make a treasure token from Safana. Pass turn.
Alright, untap and draw, then draw again. Let's tap 5 to play Slayer of the Scale Lords.
Yeah.
Oh,
know
not
you
that
love
one again.
Alright, well, my dragon has to attack. I can't attack Daphne. I agreed not to attack Simon, so Kink.
Boo.
The
That's
things
going
you'll
to
do
be-
for 1 treasure.
That is going to be 10 flying damage.
Oh my god.
Best treasure I've ever given in my life.
And I will pass my turn.
We will untap, draw. Here comes Mountain. I don't want to make a deal with you, Wiz. But
I'm considering offering you one.
you're the least of all the evils here.
For
So-
now.
Yeah, for now. Or at least from my perspective. So, here's what's happening. I'm tapping 4. And I'm
Oh, are we
Excavation
techniquing?
technique.
I do like that.
And you're going to demonstrate. And you're not going to hit
Whoa.
anything of mine,
I mean, I could.
but you're not.
That would be wild.
And you're not, though.
But I'm definitely hitting the Regent.
And then I am going to hit the popular entertainer. I was
That
going to also
enchantment's
hit the
gonna-
regent, so for my other target, I'm not real sure what to do anymore. I guess I'll hit
Get
the
the Whisper Silk Cloak.
Yeah,
Get that
exactly.
shroud
the Whisper
outta
Silk
here.
Cloak. That was exactly what I was thinking.
We have 4 treasures.
Yeah.
And Asus, you get another 2.
We're going to tap 2 and get Dodge Detective back out here. We're going to surveil. Burnished Heart can go to the graveyard, and the other card can stay. I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to swing Cyrix Aestus for 3.
I'm the popular target.
Yeah, you did bop him for 10.
That was not really my decision.
Well, this
I
is not
already
my
forgot
decision
about that.
either. I wanted to buff Dusk too. We should be friends. She's making us fight each other.
Sounds like we
Well,
all want to bop Dusk.
I would be friends, but you also deleted my dragon. So
That was necessary. You hit me with it.
that wasn't my choice.
I know. Pass turn.
Untap. We're still drawn 2, right?
Sure are.
Woo! I'm going to play a mountain. I'm going to tap it for a red. And then I'm going to play a Rakdos Carnarium and send it back to my hand.
Ramping like crazy now.
I've got 1 red. And I will tap for 2 more. And 1 more. And cast Big Score. And I will discard a mountain.
You flooding out?
Draw 2. And make 2 more treasures, going to 3. I'm not flooding out per se. I'm going to tap 3 for a Skullport Merchant, making a treasure, and a tap treasure.
It's a lot of treasure.
It is. Then I'm going to tap 2 and a treasure, going to 3, but let's just keep it at 4 because I'm playing a Jewel Thief. I'm going to make another treasure and put a +1 counter on my Galagreater. I'm going to use 4 treasures and cast a Frontier Warmonger.
Ooh.
Y'all get Menace when you attack my opponents.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I'm going to tap Vazi and give Kink 5 treasures.
Woo!
And I'm hoping... I know you gave me a little something last turn, but I'm hoping that 5 treasures and Menace will encourage you to attack my opponents. Let's see how that goes. Go to combat. Galagreater's at Daff for 2.
Cool. I'll take 2, and you got the niche.
Oh, and I also gain 2 life. And I'll go get a forest out of my deck. I'll pass.
On your end step, I'm gonna terminate Vazi.
Okay.
She hates treasures.
I just don't want him drawing cards.
Fine.
Untap, draw 1 more. I'll do 4 to recast Popular Entertainer. Then I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to swing Safana at Kink and Battlefly Swarm in the air at Simon.
Pick 1.
And I'll get my niche back. We're going to put 2 +1 counters on Safana. And we'll goad Cyrix again. We'll tap Servox Tome for 2 to cast Cloak and Dagger. And then I'm going to use 3 treasures to equip Cloak and Dagger to Safana. I'll cast a Fraying Line. And I'll put a rope counter on Battlefly Swarm. Upkeep stuff, you gotta pay 2, or else it goes off and exiles everything without a rope counter.
I say blow it up.
I will untap. During my upkeep, I will tap Skilled Nurturer for 1. I will not pay.
I buy board.
Bye bye. Everybody gets their things exiled, including Safana. Go to the command zone.
It's not my detective.
Let's tap 5 to get Lae'zel and Acolyte of Bahamut on the board.
No minus points here.
I'll spend the 3 treasure tokens. I'll use that to play Resourceful Defense.
Yeah, that's resourceful.
Discard 1. Let's discard a Tempt with Glory and pass turn.
Whoopie-doo. Untap. And draw. Let's do 5 treasure. And 1
For Cyrix?
for Cyrix. Yeah. Boomsy. We're going to tap Memorial of Folly. Play Dark Ritual. We get 3 swamp. Use all 3 of them. And 2 treasure. Archpriest of Shadows. Back up 1.
Whoa, that's sick. Yeah.
Put a +1 counter on a creature you control, and if it's a creature that's not the priest, that creature gains all of the text that the priest has until end of turn.
Which means you can get something from your graveyard back, which means you can shoot something with the bird.
Exactly. You see my plan. Cyrix now has Death Touch because this has Death Touch. We're going to combat. We're going to swing Cyrix, and we're going to swing it at the Aestus for 4 in the air. We're going to bring back Burnished Heart.
Oh my god.
Let's go, value.
I'm going to use my last 2 treasures in main 2. Go ahead and get all these out of the way before Simon plays, something to get value off me using them. Morph.
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 Oh.
That is going to be the end of my awesome turn. Cyrix trigger for to Simon's face. I'll pass turn.
I'm gonna draw 2. I don't know, guys. It's tough to know. I've got a card that can help other players, but doesn't really help me. And I don't really feel like playing it right now.
Remember that time that I gave you a technique?
Hey, you get 2 points though.
The
Points are the only thing that matters.
I think I've already gotten all my help a player points. Fast turn.
Upkeep, Undercity trigger. We're gonna go Cyrix again. Then I will draw 2. Pay 4 treasure. 5 to cast Safana. When she enters, Cloak and Dagger will be equipped to her. She's a rogue. I'm gonna pay 1 for a Tin Street Dodger. It has haste, and I can pay 1 red, and it can't be blocked except by creatures with Defender until end of turn. Go to combat. We're going to pay 1 to make Tin Street Dodger unblockable, except by Defender. We're going to swing the Dodger at Aestus for 1 and Battlefly Swarm in the air at Kink. I will goad Archpriest and Lae'zel. And then I'll go to my second main. A rogue did damage this turn. So I will pay 1 and a black for Stink Drinker Bandit. Whenever a rogue you control attacks and is not blocked, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. And then I will go to my end step and I'll get a treasure. Pass turn.
2 draws. I'm going to tap 3 to play a Jade Orb of Dragonkind. Then I'm going to tap Hit in the Plains. I'm going to use that to play a Nature's Lore, which I will use to go and pull a forest onto the board. I am required to swing with Lae'zel. Simon, it is not my choice, but I have to swing with it.
It never is.
That seems to be my life these days in this league.
What's Lae'zel? 3 power? Yeah, I'll take 3.
She'd be a 5.
Oh my god. Unacceptable!
Sorry, dude. That being said and done, I will pass my turn.
Untap.
Kink, when you go to combat, let's talk.
Okay. Draw.
Play your turn, though. Do your things.
We'll do 4 for Torbrand, Thane of Redfell.
My lord.
Red source, deal damage, deal, more damage.
That's spooky.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Okay. Well, if I give you good thing, will you not do bad thing to me?
Yeah?
I'm gonna tap my Arcane Signet for red, and then I'm gonna sacrifice it, and then tap for 6. And I'll play Blast Furnace Hellkite with Flash for Artifact Offering.
Oh.
And creatures attacking my opponents have double strike.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
So think about that.
I think about it. Tap this Memorial to Folly now, though. And we're going to unmorph Grim Horror Specs.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Goaders have to attack at Aestus. And Burnished Heart and Grim Horror Specs are going to attack at Dusk.
Yeah, you can have the niche. I'll give it up for, 10 damage? Oofda.
Have these 2 forests.
Am I getting fogged?
And we are going to play a Druid's Deliverance.
Let all combat damage and then populate. Oh, it's just him, too. That's a
just
nice
to me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like that one.
Everyone liked that.
Finish trigger, I'm going to get a swamp. Pass turn.
I'm going to tap 4. And I'm going to cast Deadly Derision and destroy. I think I got to get rid of that Reanimator, King.
Archpriest is gone.
Sorry. Untap and draw 2. I'm going to tap 2 for a Reckless Fireweaver. I'm going to tap 3 for a Quicksmith Genius. I'm gonna
I
tap
sense a trend.
4 for Jolene, the Plunder Queen.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna hit Daphios for 10 in the air.
Take 10.
I'm gonna make 2 treasures, deal 2 damage to everyone, and then I'm going to discard Crack Open and draw a card, and discard Magda and draw a card. Then I'll play a swamp. I'll tap a forest and a swamp and 2 treasures, and I'll cast Disrupt Decorum,
Oh, okay.
and I will goad all creatures in play.
Very good.
And they have double strike if they're attacking my opponents, and if you attack my opponent, you get a treasure.
Very cool.
Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Draw again. I'll play a swamp. Woohoo! I'm going to go to combat. We'll tap for 1 to make 10 Street Dodger essentially unblockable. Stink Drinker and Battlefly Swarm are going at Aestus. Safana and 10 Street Dodger are going at Kink. Safana has Menace.
And everything has double strike.
So I make a treasure. Kink, you'll be taking 14 from Safana and 6 from the Dodger.
I can live with taking
10. We get the Nish back. I'm going to draw a card. Definitely goad Lae'zel. We'll goad Cyrix and the Haruspex.
God damn it, guys. You can't have multiple goads. I don't have a way to keep track of this.
And
Now, Aestus, if you goad
What
him,
did
he
you
can do
goad?
whatever he wants.
I'll then cast Loot Dispute. I'll gain the Inish and create a treasure token. And I'll get a 5/5 dragon with flying. Then Throne of the Dead 3/0 trigger. I will get Starscream with 3 1/1 counters and hexproof. 3 and a treasure for 2 to cast Make an Example. Separate your shit into 2 piles, and then I get to pick what lives and what dies.
I got a pile of 1 creature.
I'll do Kink's left pile. We'll toss Lae'zel. Yeah, that dragon's going away.
Thank you for destroying the one thing I had to defend myself with.
Yep.
Sorry about that. And I'm going to use these 2 treasures to cast Humble D. Humble Dumble D. And then I'm going to go to my end step, and I will make 3 treasures because I've completed a dungeon. Pass turn.
This Rites of Flourishing has been on the board this whole time, basically. I've drawn not 1 land.
No, that's insane.
Oh, no.
Halftime.
I'll tap 6.
Yeah.
Play Dragon Lord Dramoka.
Nice.
Since I use an Orb of Dragon kind, you will get a +1/+1 counter. And gain
Lifelink
Hex
is
until end of
great.
turn. That's my turn, so pass.
Untap. And draw. What's the biggest non-flying creature on the battlefield right now?
Stink
Jolene,
Drinker
can
and
you
Reckless Fireweaver are probably doing the most right now.
That's not the question
Yeah.
I asked.
Untapped or tapped?
In general.
Safana, but she has Shroud. It's a 5/2.
And Simon
3-2.
sounds like 2 then.
You gonna blow it all up?
I'm asking for a friend.
He's gonna blow it all up. It would not kill the Reckless Fireweaver,
All
though.
right, gentlemen. Oh, it doesn't?
No, the Reckless Fireweaver has 3 power.
Farewell, I say. We go to combat, and we swing. Cyrix is at Aestus, and Burnished Heart is at Dusk. It has to. That's what it is.
I will block with this dragon.
And I'm gonna assume that Aestus will block with his dragon. 5 for Magma Quake. 3 damage.
X damage to each
without
creature.
flying.
Got a response to that, Simon? No? Okay.
My response is nice.
GG, goodbye, gentlemen. Pass turn.
Go to my turn and draw 2. And tap 2 for a Sardian Avenger.
Sardine.
Play a swamp. I'll tap and cast my commander. 7 for Buzzy.
Goodbye, Kink.
And
Nice knowing you.
pass turn.
Oh, okay. Upkeep trigger. Undercity trigger. I will get a mountain to hand. And then I will draw 2. I will play these 2 mountains. I will tap 2 mountains. Cast Hithlane Rope. I will pay 1 to activate it and search my library for land put into play. Swamp. Sick. Goes to my right, so Simon?
Woohoo!
I'm
This
sure you-
Bucknards?
No, this is Hithlane Rope.
Oh, the rope.
I will tap 3 to cast Vampire Nighthawk. As Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. 7. So 2, and we'll cast Safana.
Hey, I get my first card draw from Vazi this game.
And Safana will come in, and Cloak and Dagger will attach to it. Go to Combati. We will swing Battlefly, Swarm, and this dragon at Aestus. Starscream at Simon.
But I'm taking that fat.
Block the 5/5 dragon with Ramoka. That's the reasonable thing to do.
Yes. And then I will goad said dragon.
Fair enough. I'll gain 6 more.
And we'll goad the Avenger. I'll go to my end step and I'll make 3 treasures. Pass turn.
Alright, draw 2. A land. Tap 3. I use that to play Scale the Heights. Put a +1/+1 counter on Dramoka.
Woohoo!
Gain 2 life. An additional land this turn. It's a land. Hot damn. Let's tap 5 and pay 4 to play Nissa the Ascended Animist. +1 to take you up to 8. And that will make an 8/8 token.
Pretty good blocker.
I don't like to see Nissa like that.
I don't either, dude. I have to swing the dragon.
Still could swing it at Simon.
It's a shitty situation either way. I don't.
Yeah.
Nah, get them points, dog. I take.
You know, I will pass turn.
My turn. Very sad. Draw. And not draw again. Wah, wah. I'm going to tap 2 and tap that rope. Give it Aces. I'm going to tap 3 and play Shiny Impetus on the Vampire Nighthawk. I believe my Sardine Avenger is goaded. I'm going to swing at Aces with this. It is a 11-2
1.
with First Strike and Trample.
I'll take the 11.
I will pass.
Untap, Undercity trigger. I'll put 2 1/1 counters on said Nighthawk. Draw for turn. Nighthawk is goaded. I will pay 3 to cast Subira Caravaner. I'm going to pay 1 to make Subira unblockable. Then we're going to go to combat. Swinging Safana and Starscream at Simon. We have Vampire Nighthawk and Subira going at Aestus.
Before blockers, I'm
Okay.
going to tap 4, and I'm going to Curtains Call on Starscream and Dramoka.
Okay, response. Sounds good to me.
Alright, the 2 counters will go on to the Phyrexian.
Coming.
5.
And Aestus can't block my flyer and can't block Subira. So Aestus, you'll be taking 8. And we're gonna goad your dude, and we're gonna goad the Avenger again.
Sounds good.
And then I'll gain 6.
I'll make a treasure.
Go to my end step. We'll get 3 treasures. We get 7. My turn.
Alright, draw. That's not going to help me at this point. Let's tap 2 and draw a card.
I'll get a rope.
That kind of helps. Let's tap 6. I'll use that to play Jugan the Rising Star.
Ooh, what'd that do?
Flying, when it dies, distribute 5 +1/+1 counters among
Ooh.
any number of target creatures.
Cool.
I really needed that to be a land, and it wasn't.
No, flyer you don't mind dying is pretty good right now.
Yeah, let's take Nissa up to 9 and make another Phyrexian as a 9/9. I will enter combat, swing a 12/12 Phyrexian at Simon.
I will block with Vazi and send it to the command zone.
Cool. That will be the end of my turn.
Untap and draw. I'm going to tap 9 and cast Vazi. And then I'll tap 3 to cast Ghoulish Impetus on your bigger monster, the one that has counters on it. So it now gets +1/+1 Death Touch and is goaded.
Okay.
And this guy is goaded, so he's got to come at you, Aestus. He is a 12-2 First Strike Trample.
Block with your little smaller dude.
May as well. That Phyrexian will go away and I'll take 3.
And that's my turn.
On your end step, I'm gonna pay 3 and activate Cerevox Tome. I will get a haunted one. We'll untap. Undercity trigger. We'll goad the Avenger.
Yep.
Then I'll draw. Pay 3 to activate the Tome. And I'll get a Boots. I will pay 3 to cast Nettling Nuisance. And then I will pay 1 to equip the Boots to the Nuisance. I think it's combat time.
20-minute warning.
Safana is going at Simon. Subira, we're going to pay 1 to make her unblockable. Subira is going at Aestus. The Nettling Nuisance is also going at Aestus, as well as the Vampire Nighthawk at Aestus.
I will make a treasure.
And my rogues get plus 2-0 and have Undying. Aestus, you have a 6 power in the air with Death Touch and Lifelink. You have a 5 power in the air and an unblockable 2.
Unblock the 5 with Kokosho. You will put the 5 +1/+1 counters the only place they can go.
8 otherwise. And we'll goad your thing? So what happens now?
He can do whatever he wants with it.
And Simon, you have a 7 menace.
I'll take the
Commander.
7.
Do 2, and I'm going to use 2 treasures. Cast Vicious Battle Rager. When it enters, I get the initiative.
I get to draw.
Taken 2. I'll make a 4/1 skeleton. Pass turn.
Draw, tap 4 to play an Absent Battle Priest.
Ooh.
What'd that do?
Each creature I control with a +1/+1 counter on it has a lifelink.
God damn it.
We are going to use 4 to play Vivian Arcbow Ranger.
Does that give trample too?
It does. It also distributes 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 2 target creatures that I control. So we're going to put 2 more +1/+1 counters on this thing. So that'll be 7. Take Nissa.
Up.
That's 8, 10. You've gone up to 5. I will enter combat and I will send my 1919 lifelink Phyrexian Horror with Death Touch at Daphios.
I will sacrifice 5 of these.
Take 5.
I'll cast Divergent Transformations. And I will exile your Battle Priest and the thing attacking me. And then you'll go through your deck, revealing from the top for 2 creatures.
Great. Chronic Mirrorless. That's helpful. And a Ward Scale Dragon. And I will put those 7 counters on.
The token?
Plus 7.
I'll pass turn.
Untap. And draw. I'm going to tap 4 for a Horde Hauler. Woo! This big boy is goated. So I'm going to swing him at Asus. He's going to be a 12, 4.
I will block with my 17/17.
I'm going to tap 2. I'm going to go for the throat it. That will kill it, and trample damage will go over.
Thanks. You could have just said I die. That would have been fine.
You die. I'm going to tap 3 and play Agent of the Iron Throne and pass my turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Undercity trigger. Throne of the Dead 3. I will get a 5/5 dragon. Oh my god, I have so much shit.
I'd prefer if you just went straight to combat and killed me so that we don't get negative points.
Time check.
7.
Still got time.
How much more shit do you have to do? You've got 30 things on the board.
We'll get Ravenloft Adventurer with 3 counters on it. Got the dish. I will pay 3 to equip Cloak and Dagger to something else. I will pay 3 to activate Cerevox Tome. We'll look at the top. Not okay. Stirring Bard. Into battlefield initiative. I'll put 2 1/1 counters on Safana. Pay 3 to equip Safana with the Cloak and Dagger. And I will attack you with a 9/4 Safana.
I will take 9.
And then you'll die to commander damage.
That's right.
First voting is for Slashy's play.
Splashy's play Flash Dragon. And then the Magma Quake.
I too, I suppose, will have to vote for that dragon first and then that weird fraying line play.
I am going to give my 2 to make an example, and 1 to
The Fog from Asus.
Yeah.
Ah, the Druid's Deliverance.
Yeah, I'm giving 2 to the Fog and 1 to the Archpriest of Shadows. Backup turn. That was pretty cool. Very splashy in that deck.
And it looks like chat is voting for Flash Dragon. And of course, Egg.
Best theme.
I'm gonna say 2 to Kink, 1 to Aestus, because the stuff was definitely coming back. The dragons were definitely coming out this game.
2 to Wiz and 1 to Daphios. Because, good God, you made a lot of treasures.
2 to Dusk and 1 to Wiz.
2 to King. I'll give 1 to Daff.
Chat is voting for Vazzy. They like them deals.
One T Melly song.
Rites of Flourishing, 2. Every time. It keeps the game going. And then 1 to actually Dragon Lord Dramoka, because that kept you alive for a fucking while.
I'm not voting for Rights of Flourishing just on the basic principle that it didn't do nothing for me.
Value? Where?
Not on this board, it wasn't. Sting Trigger Bandit for 2, and then I'll do Wizards for whichever. There were several double strike nonsenses happening, so one of them.
My 2 is gonna go to Dramoka. I mean, Dramoka is Dragon Lord for a reason. And we're gonna give 1 to Popular Entertainer.
Let's give 2 to Nissa and 1. Yeah, I gotta say Popular Entertainer.
All right, chat. We need tiebreaker votes. We got 1 vote for Dramoka, 1 vote for Avenger, 1 vote for Sardine Avenger. Sardine Avenger is gonna get it.
Woo! Damn right he is.
So how is that going to affect the points vote? Who's winning and not so winning match 5 of Whose Leagues It Anyway Season 9?
We got a tie. Kink and Aces with a 15. Second place with 24 is going to go to Daff. And first
What?
place with 26 is going to go to Wizards.
Nice.
How is that going to affect the Season 9 league standings?
Well, we got Wiz moving into first with 26, followed up by Daff with 25, Vote with 24, Aestus with 23, Final with 22, and coming up the rear with 19, it's Kink and G-Man.
Whoopie-doo!
Like this video and subscribe to the PTW YouTube channel to see more content and find out when our new videos release.
Follow the PTW Twitch channel and subscribe for ad-free viewing.
Don't forget to follow that Facebook and that Twitter to keep up with all the good news.
Be sure to follow us on TikTok, and also don't forget to check out the new merch store. Best way to support the PTW crew and get cool shit at the same time. Thank you all for watching. Peace.
That's doo-doo.